Toss to Kamara. Well pursued, back the other way. Breaks the tackle. What a run! First down, New Orleans.
They've got those changes, as you mentioned, up front in that offensive line. There's a lot to overcome.
Big pressure, and Carr just has to unload. It is intercepted by Brian Cook. Not touched. And now they're going to say he's out of bounds. They're blowing it dead back downfield. Cook is down. One official is saying that he stepped out on the New Orleans side of the 50. Mahomes gets out, fakes the throw, and runs for the first down. Without a deal, signed to the practice squad, and here he is back with Kansas City. As Kelsey's got a first down. Over the middle, wide open, Kelsey again. Down inside the 35 for 21 yards.
He picked it up, they ran the football, and he knows exactly what the Saints are doing right now.
Here is Hunt right up the gut for another Kansas City first down. Fake the handoff. Throw back to Gray. Noah Gray inside the 10 near the 5. Hunt picking his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. And he's in.
He's in. You talk about the interior offensive line. Watch these two guys right here, Joe Thuney and Creed Humphrey, the push and the movement that they get. And you get that kind of movement in the offensive line. Alvin Kamara.
Third down and 13. Carr launches. Shaheed. Contact. No flags. Fourth down. From the 40. Toss to Hunt. Good blocking on the edge. And Kareem gets 7. Holmes did not target a wide receiver in the fourth quarter in LA last week. Pressure, Mahomes throws, completes. Kelsey inside the 10. Third down and 5. Reed was trying to call timeout. Mahomes spinning, throwing, incomplete for Perine. Butker now from 26. And what a job by Matt Araiza.
And you wonder how much of his pass was brought in here tonight.
Third down and 6. That's Kamara, and that's a first down. Much needed for New Orleans, a gain of 10. Got off to that great start, trying to find that magic again. And able to complete for a nice gain to the 44 of Kansas City.
I think the system is good for Derek Carr. I think it fits him. I think it fits this offense. And we saw that the first couple of weeks.
Able to step in. Shaheed. He's got it for the touchdown. And finally a connection downfield for Derek Carr. And the Saints are back in the ball game.
Well, they put Rashid Shaheed in the middle, and the Chiefs go with a too-deep look. And Derek Carr reads this one out just perfectly, because now you've got this speedster in Shaheed.
Juju Smith-Schuster caught that first down pass for 8. Second and 2. This is worthy. Floated to perfection. And out of bounds inside the 45.
Marcus Davenport left and went to Minnesota a year ago. And he's made the most of it.
4 tight ends in the game, and one of them, named Travis Kelsey, makes the catch for a first down.
Yeah.
Third down and 22. There's a tight end, Kelsey. Got a long way to go, and he pitches to Perine. And out of bounds near a first down. Just short. Saw it last week in Detroit. On fourth down, Hunt gets the first down. Third down and 14. Mahomes drops it off for Perine. Long way to go, and he will not get the first down.
He'll never be replaced, that's for sure.
34-yard try here for Butker. 2 for 2 on the night.
That drive almost started on the 1-yard line.
Pressure. Kamara. Nice tackle by Bolton. Extra men on the rush. Mahomes. Smith-Schuster. Big play inside the 35. 5 possessions today for the Chiefs. 4th time they've been in the red zone. There's Kelsey. Makes a move, and he's out of bounds.
It went from hoping not to give up any points. Now they just don't want to give up 7.
Out to his right. Mahomes, nowhere to go.
This is demoralizing for the Saints team to give up 3 points here before the half.
Butker able to sneak it in with 6 seconds left. Well balanced at the top, NFC South. Why not? Shaheed will bring it out. Hoping for a home run here before halftime. Won't get it. And that's the end of the first half.
I thought that this would have happened in the first half.
Here is Hunt. First down. Play action now. Mahomes in trouble, and he unloads to Gray. Catch and run for a first down.
Is done tonight, utilizing these tight ends the way he has been pretty good.
Here's one for Worthy. Contact. No flag. So no flag is the result, and now a 51-yard try by Butker. He misses it. Hits the right upright. 3rd down. Carr has to pull it down and is able to complete for the first down. Carr in trouble. Down he goes. Tershawn Wharton.
And finding the uncovered receiver.
Here's Hunt trying to pick his way through defenders.
I couldn't agree more.
And I think Andy Reid says, okay, we don't have this guy, this guy, this guy. Watch this. Watch this. Worthy, a flag, and that's a Debo. Pass interference against a Debo.
Pass interference. Defense, number 29. Ball's placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
And when that happens, he's going to get a lot of targets because playing opposite of Lattimore.
Here's Hardman. Second catch. He is on a body for a first down. Smith-Schuster, and there he is, Colin Saunders.
And he took it out.
Big Colin rumbling, and out across the 35. And his brother Cameron's got to be pumped. Good protection, Kamara. Got 10 and then gets thrown to the ground. Carr keeps. End zone, touchdown Morrow.
He's going to look like he's blocking. Does a good job of hanging back. And then Carr, he works to his left. Looked like he was going to try to take a shot to Olave to the left. Comes right back.
Extra point is no good. Well coached at Parkway Central. On second down, Mahomes, Smith-Schuster. He's got a mile to run. Out of bounds inside the 15. That is a 50-yard completion to Juju. Look at this formation with Kelsey getting the snap. Worthy for the touchdown.
Going to grow light years from where he is now even.
Underneath, passes caught. That is Juwan Johnson for a first down.
Through the 4 games coming in.
3rd down and 8. Extra men on the rush. This one for Shaheed. Underthrown. The Chiefs. 4th and 8. There they come. Backpedaling and just thrown downfield. Incomplete. There are no flags, and the Chiefs will take over. And then Derek headed into the medical tent, still in there. Mahomes, sliding grab. Smith-Schuster for the first down. What a catch that was. Here's a 3rd down and 9 play. Mahomes, time's running out. Mahomes running all over the place, dives. Where are they going to put it? And they've got a date coming up with the Saints. Tampa Bay does. Here's Hardman. Got a block. And down inbounds.
Keeping his eyes down the field. And early in that game yesterday, boy, he threw a dart down the field to Terry McLaurin.
3rd down and 20, so they hand to Hunt. This drive has consumed over 6 minutes. Butker, his 4th of the night. Here's Juwan Johnson. He's got a 1st down and suffered a big hit from Nick Bolton at the end, a gain of 11. 2nd and 10. Pressure by Chris Jones. Look out, Jake Haener. And he wins that race to the sideline and picks up 10. Troy's out for the postgame stuff. He's headed for the press conference. There's Haener to his left. Sidearm throw, and Kamara can't make the grab. It's 4th down.
Steve Spagnuolo was terrific as well defensively. He was dialed in and didn't give up much to this offense.
Good throw by Haener, and Olave can't bring it in with his right arm. I mean, it's as good a resume as a coordinator can put together.
And the other part of it is this defense is no longer playing in the shadows of the offense. You look back at last year, what the defense did. I mean, in a big way, this defense is what allowed them to get to the playoffs, win that Super Bowl, and they've kept them in these games this year, and another outstanding performance by that group tonight.